We're being asked to remember the fire service every time we park our vehicles. A campaign by Dorset Fire and Rescue Service is highlighting the size of the vehicles they need to get down the road to be able to help in an emergency. Most of the time, narrow roads make the situation worse, and just having your wheels turned the wrong way can cause serious access problems for the crews. I went out with a fire service based in Christchurch and saw for myself exactly what issues they face.
Our biggest issue is when we're going around corners, people parking quite far away from the curb. If they can just tuck over slightly more and put their wing mirrors in, it makes it a lot easier for us.
That's firefighter Tidman. He was in the back of the truck talking me through the issues all crews face each day when it comes to parking. It wasn't long before we faced our first impossible gap.
Matt, can you drop out and just see us through, please?
Several times where we don't quite know whether we are going to actually make it through. We'll normally get at least one person or two people to get off the pump, and as we saw today, getting through one of the lanes, it took a good minute to 2 minutes, and if that's a person's reported property fire, that could be the meaning between life and death.
So the crew are trying to make it clear they aren't just being awkward, they really need our help. As firefighter Tidman mentioned, it really is a matter of life and death. If they can't get correct access to the fire, they have to carry huge hoses, which when full of water weigh around 100 kilograms. This delays the process, as firefighter King explains.
It's time and effort taken up rolling out the hose and also water. By the time you've laid out a few of these hoses, the volume of water within these hoses takes a big chunk out of the capability of the tanks. These are 60 metres long, which will quickly be taken up if we can't park anywhere close to the house.
It's become clear that everything for the fire service is extremely time critical. Access to the properties and businesses plays a huge part in making sure it's the most efficient use of time. Crew manager Manny explains that it's really important we keep the huge trucks in mind on every corner and narrow bend.
So when you've got cars that are parked opposite junctions, on junctions and bends, obviously it's difficult in the lorry. You have to take a wider angle around the bends, and obviously that adds time to our response. So it could be a more serious fire, or if we need to get to somebody quickly, it could delay that.
So the advice: keep your wheels straight, only park in designated bays, never on double yellow lines, get close into the curb, especially on narrow roads, put your wing mirrors in, and when parking around junctions and corners, make sure the huge fire trucks could make those turns wherever you park your vehicle. It really can be the difference between life and death in an emergency.